Hi, welcome to another video. I'm in Kakadu, and over the coming days myself and my friend Jamie will be exploring just a little bit of what this iconic park has to offer. First stop, we came to Ubir for some rock art, and Jamie was in a hurry.
If I normally walk just 10 minutes.
Yeah.
But I can walk in there like 3 minutes.
In 3 minutes, yeah.
3 or 5 minutes.
And I'm seeing that today.
And that's every morning. Like I have to like walking faster like that. So
I feel like I'm training for the Olympics right now. I'm walking so fast. So we've just got to Ubir, or Ubir, I'm not sure how to say it. And we had a little car trouble this morning, so we're a lot later than we thought. And we're trying to get up to see the rock art and maybe the lookout before the sun goes. And Miss Jamie, who usually goes at snail's pace, is now at Olympic sprinter pace. So I just want a pleasant little walk in the bush, and somebody here is making me almost run. But we've come for some rock art, and I think we've just arrived at the first one. So here there are a number of rock art sites, and it's most famous for the skeleton style, you know, the style showing the internal structure of animals. It's really cool. Apparently they don't know quite how old this art is, guessing round about 2,000 years old. It's really impressive. And that one up there is a thylacine. Thylacines are known these days as Tasmanian Tiger. They've been extinct for hundreds of years. I had no idea that they used to be up here in Kakadu. My goodness. I'm blown away. This art is it's fantastic. I've seen Indigenous art before, but I haven't seen this style. And it's really worth coming here to Ubir, not Uber, to see. So there's a series of art galleries, but it's not just for the art. Imagine the local mob coming here and telling stories and explaining and talking about the land and the animals within the land and the spirits within the land. And this would be a real beautiful place of learning and gathering. we've made it up to the lookout. Oh my goodness. Wow. I'd love to get some epic drone shots over this entire landscape, but I can't because Kakadu has a no drone policy, so we're just gonna have to keep with our feet on the ground. So Kakadu is about 2 to 3 hours drive out of Darwin, and initially you're driving through sort of fairly flat scrubby land, and then the landscape changes because this whole area is wetlands. So basically it's divided into rocky outcrops and wetlands, and they're both really important to the environment and therefore to the local First Nations people, because the rocks is where the water falls and gathers and begins, and then that runs down into a whole series of wetlands. And Kakadu is most known for its beautiful billabongs filled with bird life and animals and, yep, crocodiles. Next we come to Kales Crossing. This is where the road crosses over the East Alligator River. This is interesting because the tide goes up and the tide goes down, and when the tide's up the fish come across the road, and all the crocodiles know that, so they're hanging out here waiting for the tide to come up and bring the fish. And this is where you'll see crocodiles in the wild. So they're just lazing around. I believe the river brings barramundi up here, and they're just lazing around for a feed of barramundi. They've probably already been fed, they look so sedate. But these are wild crocodiles. And this is probably the definition of crocodile infested waters. No swimming going on here. I don't know, that bird is either crazy or crazy brave, but it's right on the edge where the crocodiles are. As I'm looking around, I can count 8 of them, and that's just the ones I can see. There's probably a whole bunch of them under the water that you can't even see. So if you want a little bit more of a close-up view, there are little boat cruises that come up to the crossing. With the cross right there, I'm guessing that warning is there for a reason, after a pretty nasty experience for someone. Did I say 8? No, I'm up to 12 already now. Every time I look around, there's more crocodiles. Kakadu is a UNESCO World Heritage Park for its biodiversity and cultural significance. And Kakadu is home to the Baningi and Mungai traditional owners. Kakadu is one of Australia's largest national parks. You probably need a 4-wheel drive to see a lot of it. We've only got a 2-wheel drive, so we're going to see as much as we can in a two-wheel drive. We get to see wild crocodiles. That's pretty cool. Kakadu is Stony Rises and wetlands, and just sometimes both of them come together in the same place. It kind of looks like a pancake stack. There's just rock on top of rock on top of rock on top of rock. Just missing the maple syrup. Next, we've waited for a bit of the heat to get out of the day, really. Lazed around for a couple of hours. Now we've come to Norlangi Rock, which is a lookout over a billabong for sunset. And nearby is Norlangi Rock. Gonna try and hike that tomorrow, I think, in the morning. It's really beautiful with Norlangi Rock. A vast plain, some billabongs, and then more escarpments in the distance. Just running for miles and miles. Oh, sensational. It's incredibly peaceful here, apart from a couple of distant birds, like that if you could hear it. There's no noise, there's no wind. It's incredibly peaceful. Beautiful place to just stop and sit and watch the colours on the rocks change with the sunset. The next morning we were up really early for a sunrise cruise on Yellow Water Lagoon. This is a highlight of a trip to Kakadu. We were pretty tired last night. It was so hot, hardly got any sleep, and we're up really early this morning, 6:30, for the Yellow Waters cruise. So we actually went back to the caravan park and had a nap for an hour. But we're revived now, and we're at Norlangi, and we're going to go for a hike on our final day in Kakadu. According to the signage here, this rock art's fairly recent in terms of it's probably about 1,000 years old. And rock art plays a really important part in the education of the young people of the mob. It tells stories about Dreamtime, it tells stories about the culture and also about the land. So all the families and all the clans would come here and they would share their knowledge and teaching to the younger generation, how to hunt, how to paint, how to find bush tucker, basically how to live in harmony with the land. And after Ubir, Norlangi is the second most important rock art site here in Kakadu. So you imagine the whole mobs getting together, all the clans, and basically it's a bit like Christmas, having a party, celebrating being with each other, and then sharing knowledge at the same time. Would have been awesome. Some of the art here they ask you not to photograph because it serves as a warning story to Indigenous people and it's of significance, so we'll respect that and not photograph it. If you look really hard up there, there's just one little rock on that little ledge. Alright, you got the ledge just about there somewhere. That boulder is the feather in which Namjalog's sister took from his headdress after they'd broken the incest laws. She placed it there to show others what they'd done, and then later she became the rainbow serpent. Everything has a story. I love that. There are 3 pillars on this escarpment in Arnhem Land that faces Arnhem Land, and that's the home of Namagon, the lightning man. It's a dangerous and sacred place. So all out there is the floodplains of Arnhem Land. We saw that yesterday from the lookout last night. It just goes forever until you reach the other escarpment. So Kakadu debrief, it'll cost you $40 for a park pass. That money goes to maintaining Kakadu, so that's well worthwhile. There are enough places that you can see in 2-wheel drive. There are sealed roads in Kakadu. They'll take you to the main areas of Ubir for the rock art, Jabiru, the main town, and also Norlangi, where I am now. They're the main sites in Kakadu. If you want to see a lot more and go to the waterfalls and the swimming holes, you need 4-wheel drive. You can't do it in 2-wheel drive. So get your 4-wheel drive and really explore Kakadu. It's a vast area. There's lots to see, and you probably need a week to see it, but you definitely need the right vehicles. I've really enjoyed my time here in Kakadu. It's been great to see this iconic part of Australia. It does get hot here. It's been about 36 degrees every day and about 25 overnight. And so even with the fans blasting away in the van, it was way too hot to sleep. So just remember that. Hopefully you've got good aircon. Thanks so much for watching. I'll see you in the next one. So at Uber, there's Uber. That's a rideshare company. Uber. And you have a beautiful, peaceful spot. And then the freaking flies arrive. This is Australia. Like, seriously, who invented flies and why? All they do is annoy you and spoil the peace. Wow. Get fit making videos. Flies.